Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Murray. Ertz over the middle. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Finding Ertz again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. First carry for James Conner. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Murray now. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Murray a give. This is Conner. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
From the 36, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, touchdown number 18 of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on the punt. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll try and run for it with counter. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
There's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Murray giving to Conner on the option. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down and 7. Murray now to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 123 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Newton. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
To throw again on second down. Newton looking for the out route, and he's got more. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Nelson. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Newton now to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
He's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Three yards remain for 2nd down. An option handoff given to Connor. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. To Connor on the check down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Caught left side, Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Newton. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Newton throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Newton. going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jordan Phillips. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here comes Nelson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. First down, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Aaron Rodgers with 2 first-half touchdown passes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Newton on 1st down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. Working with a 2nd and 3. Newton to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, Newton. Caught by Trimble.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. On second down, McCaffrey. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Newton looking to throw on third and 1. He gets it to Humphreys. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Coming up on a second and 6. Now Newton. Pass caught left side by Humphreys. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This is McCaffrey on the give. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's second and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with third and 5. Here's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. From the 30 on second down. Murray throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Murray. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 41, Newton has got Anderson on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. They'll contain him to just 4. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Abdullah to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Newton. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football going back over to Arizona now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing now is Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Murray now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 36, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
They'll try the left side with Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Checks this down to Hubbard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Newton. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Found his target. It's Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Newton now to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first run for the backup Abdullah. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He's got it complete to Thompson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. Out to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Newton. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Murray to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Back to throw. Murray. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance with that completion. That's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way.
For a playoff spot as they move to 7-3.